Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 8 of this unboxing. And it's actually a big stack of books that we got to go through. It should be a pretty cool unboxing, actually. The first one is something just quirky. It was $10 for the whole lot. Sometimes I go down weird rabbit holes. And one of the rabbit holes I went down was, I forgot what it was. It was something totally not related to this. But I think it was like some pre-code horror thing. It was like I think it was like something else. I'm just trying to remember what it was. But it was something else. And I saw this listing. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool listing. And it happens to have a first appearance as well. So it was Spellbound. Okay, this is Spellbound #1. These were, as I said, this was $10 shipped. So it's not like I spent big money on these. But yeah, Spellbound. And it kind of has almost a Barbie look to it. But this is her first appearance. Spellbound #1. And I thought it was a kind of an interesting series because it's a Marvel series, and you got Fin Fang Foom in it. That's the part that I thought was interesting. There's Fin Fang Foom and Spellbound. It's just really interesting. So you got, that's #2, and then we have #3, more Fin Fang Foom. Sort of Fin Fang Foom meets Barbie Good Girl. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, so that's #3. Then we got #4. What does it say here? The guest starring the New Mutants. That's how desperate they were to try to keep this thing going. This is #4. And this one's actually a pretty cool cover. #5 has almost like a Vision, like you know, the first Vision cover, kind of like homage to it. So yeah, this is #5 and #6. So it's just a weird little mini series I just happened to find when looking for something completely different. I was like, that looks kind of interesting. So I decided to pick it up. Why not? Yeah, like sometimes when I'm searching eBay, it's kind of like looking through dollar bins. You find random cool things. Now, this next lot of comics, and it is a lot, were all books that I got from 2 people, actually. It's not just one person, it's 2 people. And it's actually a pretty cool lot, and I didn't pay much for it. I feel bad, actually. So Bigby McFly, shout out to Bigby McFly, and a bit of a pitch here. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a pitch. Go over to Bigby McFly, subscribe to his channel, and maybe become members of his channel. He's doing these great giveaways. And this was part of that, where he was doing a show with What's on the Comic Rack. And What's on the Comic Rack was trying to support Bigby McFly. And the way it worked was if you spent $10, he would give you just a set of comics, okay? And they had a bunch of different sets. And this is the one I thought was the coolest. So I was like, oh, sure, here's $10. And it was $10 shipped. It's like so crazy. So basically really, really cheap. Actually, I'm just going to show. He actually threw in this little, let's see, hopefully it doesn't rip. One sec here. Threw in this little sticker, What's on the Comic Rack. So thank you to What's on the Comic Rack, who supported Bigby McFly, the comic guy. And so this is the lot that I got. And it's hard to believe that this was $10 because, or, you know, it's a pretty big lot of comics. So we got, in it is just some random weird ones though. We got Six Pack and Dog Welder. I have no idea. So this is not something I'd normally buy. Very odd, but yeah. And then we got I guess 6-pack and Dog Welder number 8. I guess that other one was number, no, they're both number 8. So this, oh, maybe it's number 4 and that was number 3. Okay, so 4, 3. And then, so that was, they're random, weird. And then we got Animal Man number 32. This one's kind of cool. And it's like Pizzarama takeout. It's very odd. Okay. And then we have, now these are the ones that I actually wanted from the lot. They had some nice Tomb Raider in the lot. And these were, as I said, this whole lot was $10. So it's Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider Journeys, Lara Croft. So, number 12. It's Tomb Raider cover. And this is the one that really inspired me to buy the lot. And let me, it's got some tape on it. So one sec here. Remove the tape. Okay. Is this one. Now I think this one probably goes for about $10 to $20 by itself. It's an Adam Hughes Lara Croft variant. I couldn't believe this was in there. And so it's Tomb Raider Journeys starring Lara Croft and number 4. Adam Hughes variant. I thought it was really cool. So that's that one. But there's a lot more. There's still more. We got Bullseye's Greatest Hits. Really great Electra cover and with Bullseye in the back. It's a really great one. Very sexy Electra. Who was it by? Mike D'Amato Jr.? Oh, I'm probably screwing that up. But it's just a really cool cover. That was nice. And then we got some 90s junk. That's all. Whenever I see this style, I always think 90s junk. But it is kind of funny in its own way. We got Next Men number 18. So just the style, whenever I see this, I just think 90s junk. It's just probably offending everyone that loves 90s stuff, but it's just this art style where it's the muscles that are just not proportional to the bodies. And yeah, this is such a 90s style though. I wasn't a fan of that style, even at the time. It was really popular though. This one I'm actually kind of curious about. This is Fangs of Widow. It's kind of a sexier one. Yeah, I thought this one was pretty cool. So this is number 9. I thought this was a pretty great lot for $10. Hey, can't go wrong. And then it's like, what is this? Guy Gardner Warrior, number 20. And this one actually, you know, it's kind of a sexy lot. You know, it's got these sexy girls on it. Is that Wonder Woman in the background? Yeah. And looks like the Ray. So yeah, cool book. And Martian Manhunter. And I'm trying to figure out who this dude is. I'm not sure. Who's this guy? Anyone know? Who's this guy? I knew everyone else, but I'm not sure about the guy. Okay, so that one's kind of cool. And another one that was interesting, Bloody Mary Liberty. Isn't that interesting? Like a nun, blindfolded nun with a gun and coming through the head of the Statue of Liberty. That's like odd. And it's Garth Ennis. Interesting. This is number 1. So, kind of a cool book. And still more. It was a really great lot. I mean, just such a... This is why I'm saying go over to Bigby McFly. Subscribe to his channel because he does this every so often. I think like once a month where he will just give away a whole bunch of cool books for almost nothing. Worth going over and checking him out. Then we got Cable. What is it? Cable. Oh, just Cable Deluxe. X-Men Deluxe. I don't know what number it is even. So that's kind of cool. And we got one more. Or 2 more, actually. Another Cable. I'm not sure what issue number it is. So yeah. To Meet One's Destiny. Okay, some more 90s goodness. Okay, and then we got this one. he threw in. I guess he just threw in because I actually looked this up because he was curious about it. He was like wondering if it's a valuable promotional comic. And I looked it up and it's actually not. It's one of those ones that is fairly affordable. Like you can like $3 to $5 range. But he threw it in. I mean, so I got all those and he threw this one in. This came from like the early 50s. So kind of a cool little promotional comic. I don't know what it is. Weatherbird. Desert Dilemma, and it's with compliments from the Weatherbird dealer. Okay, so I guess Weatherbirds are these like weather vanes. So promotional comic for weather vanes. I don't know. Who knew? Who knew? Yeah. So Weatherbird. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so those are the ones that I got from Bigby McFly, the comic guy. Thank you for him. And thank you to What's on the Comic Rack. Check him out as well. He's a good channel. So yeah, check them both out. They're awesome. The next one is actually another one that was inspired by another channel that I hang out with. So one of the channels that I hang out with fairly often, actually, is Biggie Shack, the immortal Biggie Shack. And he was telling me about this comic, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds really cool." So it was it's Superman number 7. This is one of these Walmart ones where you can only buy it from Walmart, and basically the story inside of it is Lois Lane sort of like has almost like a Groundhog Day kind of effect where she's kind of repeatedly dying. So this is her many deaths of Lois Lane. So I think I was kind of really curious about it. So I picked it up. I guess this was a hot book at one point, but I think the spec has sort of faded and the price has really come down. I picked this up for $6. So it was very affordable. So I thought that one was pretty cool though. Okay. So that was just a really cool one. Thank you, Biggie Shack, for mentioning that one. And it actually took me a while to find one, but it was a cool book to find. Next one is one that I think it was like Steven that showed me this one. I'm pretty sure it was either Steven or somebody that showed me this one. I thought it was really cool. Another cool book. This is Tor Love Betty, and it's just a really cool like Plan 9 from Outer Space meets Betty Page. Interesting mix. It's from Eros Comics, which means it's probably a little bit naughty inside, but just a really cool mix. Like, you know, Plan 9. I mean, that's just wow. Like one of the most cheesy horror films of all time. And then to mix it with Betty Page, it's just awesome. So, and this character is named Tor, from Plan 9. So, yeah, just a odd, very odd book. Plan 9, if you're not familiar with it, was they were trying to take over Earth, and I think they were using zombies to do it. So it's like aliens and zombies and just horror. It's just such a bad movie, but so bad that people love it. Okay, so and this just takes it to that next level of, you know, Betty Page meets Plan 9 from Outer Space. So I thought that was pretty cool. And speaking of odd mixes, this next one is really interesting and one that you can find, but it's a little bit of a challenge to find. And I'm going to recommend how to find it when I show it. So this is Everyday Astrology. And this is actually an Alex Schomberg comic cover. It's magazine actually. It's pulp. And it's just a really great Alex Schomberg meets Salvador Dali in a way. You know, it's like sort of the persistence of time or whatever the Dali painting was. that this is kind of homaging. It's just a really cool one. You got also him doing the plane. If you know a little bit about Alex Schomberg, he did a lot of aviation covers for I think it's Air Flyers. It was the title when he did pulps for them, and he would do a lot of planes. And another one he did really great planes on was a book called Gaiety, which I'm trying to find a copy of, where he just did this amazing Good Girl plane cover. But I thought this one was really awesome. Just this really cool Salvador Dali cover. And it's actually signed, where is it? I'm not sure if you can see, but right in the corner it's signed Alex Schomberg. And just a really cool book. Now, if you want to find a copy of this, don't search Alex Schomberg pulp. You'll be paying a lot for them. What you do is search Everyday Astrology, and search from the 40s or something like that. Like, just search Everyday Astrology pulp, and you'll generally find a few which have Alex Schomberg covers, and they can be quite cool. So definitely make sure you check those out. And that's the and I believe it's from the 1940s or maybe early 50s. So that is this part. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a weird mix. Some comic book channels, and I figured I'd throw in some Golden Age in there too, just to balance it out. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching. Please give me a like on the way out, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.